as a winter. I'm a mabu mabu. Are you my koyiko? My lover no kata few about chico. I'm a mabu mabu. Why you the disrespect? When you forgive respect, this up you go for instead. You for the year award and keep in check.
We as the movie I want a master. Who be an in a master. Pay for crowd master. Kennedy Agyapong master. Me a master. If you are shaman, you lose God. Me a master. For master, yeah, master. When I'm in trouble, say I'd be Monday. Secretary General Crow Master, not Bill Gates. A show must say, I'm gonna hit a hot cake. I dream bonnie, who convex, I must say a concave. Yeah, so who keep a dream bonnie, and you're gonna show us a pepe. Come a Toronto dente. Kundia un kung fit to Papa Jig and then and you look at yeah, now me to me shiny person. Now we're Jimmy Nafe or Nunco Kane Crow. Oba KUMASI, I will be an master. 24 years, you can see the Coma Pasta. We see with
99.7 FM. Wherever you're getting our signal loud and clear. If you are watching us live on our Facebook page, remember we are streaming and beaming live on 2 channels this morning. Facebook.com/homeradio99.7 FM and also Facebook.com/hometv. We are streaming and beaming live. We are highly privileged this morning to have the incumbent member of parliament for our Central, presidential aspirant of the New Patriotic Party ahead of the 2024 general elections, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Okumpreku Agyapong, who has taken its tour to the Upper West region. Don't forget that he has toured across the length and breadth of the region, interacting with party executives, party elders, and well-meaning people of the New Patriotic Party, and explaining to them the need why they should vote for him to become the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party for the 2024 general election. Will be our master. Vote, I will be our master. 99.7 FM. Just like I've told you, we are highly privileged this morning. This is one of the many situations you can just find in life every single blessed day. Highly favored this morning to be interacting one-on-one with a member of parliament for our Central and presidential candidate of a presidential aspirant of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Kennedy Ohene Agyapong. Good morning and welcome to the studios of Home Radio 99.7 FM.
Good morning. Thank you very much for accepting.
How is your tour of the Upper West region?
So far, so good. I'm going around, and today is Wa Central. This will be the last constituency.
Okay.
And the grassroots are poised, because they feel the only voice they know is Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, who has been fighting for the ordinary people in the party. I've been doing so because I feel that they work hard to bring the party to power, and therefore the neglect will not help the future of the party. That is why I'm addressing these issues, creating awareness for everybody in the party to know that you cannot just neglect your people. Well, it has not gone well with some of them, those who are not polling station executives, but it resonates well with the polling station executives. So I'm addressing their issue, that we cannot allow them to work for the party to win. Whilst you are working, nobody asks for a certificate. But after the victory, wherever you go, they will ask you, certificate. I am of the opinion that it is not only certificate that does the magic.
Okay.
Those who can learn should be allowed to learn, push them. Those who cannot, in terms of book, you can give them training. Some can become plumbers, masons, carpenters, arc welders, seamstresses, hairdressers, and they all play a role to develop the country. So when you use somebody to go and work for you without asking certificate, and when the time comes that he needs help, he only asks of certificate. Why didn't you ask him or her what trade or what can he do that the party will help? Like I mentioned, you see, you are here. I also have a radio station. I know how much most of you make because it's standard. But I can tell you confidently that these masons, carpenters, and plumbers, they make more money than most of you elite. So that is where we have to address the problem, that we encourage people, like War Technical Institute, for instance.
Yeah.
There are over 2,000 students, which I think is in right direction, and we have to encourage them by giving them sophisticated equipment to train these students to come out. Some can do their own business, some can join other institutions. We have neglected that area. That is why we always ask of certificate. And I'm telling you that in my outfit, when we come to the construction site, with all due respect to you, a mason makes 150 Ghana cedis. In 26 days, he makes 4,000. So, and a graduate at Oman FM after taxes makes about 2,500, 2,007. So what are you telling me? A plumber can charge me over 200,000 to fix or install whatever seats, toilet seats, and all those things in your house. So what are you saying? And that's the labor cost, because I buy all the materials. So I'm drawing the attention of the party that, look, let's widen the scope and don't ask of only certificate. Those who are brilliant and are interested in education, let's push them. Others who are not good in terms of education, it doesn't mean they are useless. We have to train them.
Okay.
We have to train them hands-on so that they can go on with their lives. And the top, they don't find that pleasant at all.
We'll still come back to the top issues. At 99.7 FM, don't also forget that we are live on Info 91.1 FM. Would one say that the reason why you are aspiring to become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, it's because of the grassroots?
It's not only the grassroots. You see, I've been a member of parliament for the past 23 years.
Okay.
And my vision, whatever I say, the government can choose to take it or not. Many a times they don't take it. And I think the problems confronting us as a nation today, it is all because we've been theorists for so long. We need to be practical. We need to take pragmatic decisions, approach to change the economy, especially coming to the north. With this vast land that we have here, my brother, I don't see why anybody from the north, 5 northern regions, will migrate to the south to look for a job.
Okay.
At all. Because the number of industries we can create, I personally believe and have the opinion that with the nature of the land, the size and everything, at least about 60% of Ghana industries should be in the 5 regions. You can have maize, which I see a lot, especially in the upper west, Sisala West and Sisala East.
Yeah.
The way they grow the maize, and I realized I could just come in with a plant. And how many plants? You can have a flour mill.
Okay.
For corn flour. You can have oil, corn oil, process corn into oil.
Okay.
You can process corn into ethanol. You can, the cheapest corn can give us Cerelac, baby foods.
Okay.
Conflicts. What are we doing? What are we doing as a country, as a nation, with all this vast land? I see that we have not paid attention to the people of Upper West. in terms of farming and maize, especially. Because I see the yield are not that big. They are very small, which indicates that the land is not that fertile. So we have to apply manual fertilizers and go large scale. Again, let me tell you, your weather here, there's one product that will survive very well, but unfortunately, I don't see it here. Sugarcane.
Okay.
Sugarcane survives, during the day it's sunny, very scorchy, but in the night the weather cools down. That's the temperature that sugarcane survives. And you can have sugarcane, you have the sugarcane, you get sugar out of it. Then you get alcohol, whiskey, cognac, factory, then chibos, this. All these are made of sugarcane and sawdust, whatever, from other. So you can do it. After the chipboards, we generate electricity. Every sugar plant I visited in India generates its own electricity and does not rely on the national grid. So what are we doing? My brother, what are we doing? With all these things, and we can't do anything for ourselves. I want you to believe in me. If you don't, or you doubting Thomas, we can go to Bono East and see the factories that are built. We have acquired 125,000 acres of land given by Pran Chief. We have already cultivated 30,000 acres. We've built a plant that produces starch, 300 tons a day. We are employing 960 permanent workers in one constituency. The second one is also coming up at Prime. The first one is Atebubuamantin.
Okay.
And Prime. Atebubuamantin is 300 tons. Prime is 200 tons. At least we will employ 700 permanent workers in one constituency. What will be the ripple effect of these workers? My brother, we grow soya beans here, and there's no factory processing soya beans. Indians will come and buy it, export it to India, process it, and come and sell it to Africans again. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? And when you say all these things, you have the system, they have a problem with you. In fact, I went to Savannah, I did a clean campaign, educating them what we can do with our lands. I don't know if it didn't go well with the minister, regional minister. He just went on radio to insult me. And the problem I have with my own party is when people do such things, they don't hear. When I respond, it's only Agyapong who is destroying the party. Because they don't want to accept their failures. And I'm telling you, read my lips. Look, what I've seen in the north here, I think God should lie all politicians on the table and lash all of us. Squeeze these ears and give them last warning that I've given you land in abundance to develop yourself and feed yourself. We are always begging white people for what? Jesus Christ. Share butter. The share nuts you have here. My first time was coming from when my driver picked me from Wa Airport, then he gave me the fruits. It's so sweet. Right there, I know what I will do. You don't have one juice factory here for these fruits. What is wrong with us? These fruits, it tastes so well. And you know what? I realize we don't need to mix it with sugar. And therefore, it's organic. And organic juice is more expensive than these ones that they use concentrate. My brother, besides that, the shea butter, my son who came in, he exports shea butter to American market. A kilo of shea butter here in 27 cedis. He sells it $34, which is 480 Ghana cedis. We don't have a single factory here, my brother. Give me opportunity and you see the number of factories. I've lined up investors.
And Honorable, one would ask, you are a key member of the New Patriotic Party with all these brilliant ideas, and you seems to be someone that closer to the president for so many years before even Nana became the president of the Republic of Ghana. Have you have series of discussion with Mr. President in terms of the direction he's taking the country?
Let me tell you, I started from President Kufuor's time when Kwashiga was a Greek minister. Your yam, I took yam to Holland, did the experiment. We can store yam for 8 months.
Okay.
Kwashiga, you see, the problem with government is they have the public servant, the technical, whatever. My brother, when you suggest something, they don't want to take it. You know, Kwashiga's time, I told them, but fish, June, July, August, Ghanaian fishermen catch a lot of fish, they can't store it and they throw it back into the sea. So we should build blast freeze along the coast. You cannot just build coastal. You have to build coastal with blast freeze. Okay. The blast freeze is minus 40, 41 degrees. You blast freeze it for 24 hours. Then you move it to the coastal where you store it at a temperature of 10, minus 10, minus 12. My brother, do you know what one of the agric technical guy told me? We're going to smoke it. Say, Jesus Christ. And let me tell you, from October 2021 to October 2022, I imported fish from Mauritania, $30 million. And we are our own enemies. Ghanaians are contracting, they give their license to Chinese, Lebanese, Indians to fish in our waters, and they give them only 1,000 cedis. And they package it on high seas and take it straight to China, European market. Our seas have a lot of tuna and redfish. What is happening? See, so a lot of lapses. Whatever I say, they don't take it. That is why this time I've decided to contest myself. If not, I'll die with my vision. And I don't want to die. I want to make a difference in society before God calls me.
Okay. Before you came to the Upper West region, the regions you have been to, the constituency, the executives, are they resonating well with the message of Ken?
Well, it depends. It will show from the votes. You know, look, I'm a veteran politician. I've been in politics for 35 years. The mere fact that you come and they hail you doesn't mean they are going to vote for you.
Okay.
So the D-Day will show if indeed they accepted your message or not. But sometimes you can also tell from their faces that they are genuine. They are genuine. And of course, anybody, any reasonable person who wants to better his life will definitely take my message. Because I've meant to develop the 5 northern regions to shame certain people that you have voted, and nothing comes out of your vote. And even if I don't win, I'll prove them wrong by establishing some factories here for them to see with my own money. I'll prove them wrong. Because we cannot continue to live in poverty in the north with this vast land God has given us. Share butter, you have it free, and we don't know what to do with it. Have we asked ourselves, my brother, why should a white man travel all the way from Europe or America to come to the north to buy this stuff and take it away? It is not only in the north, even in the south. Coconut, just coconut. Nigerians send fleets of trucks to western region to buy coconut. Have we asked ourselves, are they only chewing the coconut, or what are they doing with it? Palm, what we can do with palm. A Champions time, we had these palm plantations, but we've sold it to Belgians. And you know, like the technology I gave you with the sugar cane, when you go to Benso and Kwai, through palm oil, they produce the phyto oil.
Okay.
And they use the husk to generate electricity in Ghana here themselves, 2.5 kilowatts a day. What are we doing? President Mahama sold Unilever to these Malaysians. And Malaysian company is importing shiploads of palm oil to come to Ghana here, process it into phyto soaps at the Unilever. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? That is what I stand for. So all these things, I've said it over the years, and they don't believe me. So sometimes what I do is I prove them wrong by establishing industry successfully. Then they say, oh, this is your stone. I say, take your stone. When we advise you, don't take it. And some are so bookish. They are not practical. They only read and get it here, but they have not seen what they are reading physically. I have seen everything that I'm telling you. I've traveled far and wide. I've seen them work elsewhere. That is why I believe that we can also do it.
99.7 FM and also on 91.1 Info Radio. You seem to have a lot of areas you would want to do investment if given the nod, and you even want to state if you don't even get, but you still want to prove Ghanaians wrong in terms of the things that. What are your priority areas? If you get the nod, apart from the north, you are talking about
tourism.
Yeah,
tourism, agro processing, technology, and engineering. These are the 4 areas to move the country. Let me address technology. When you go to America, there's a famous city called Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, the moment you mention Silicon Valley, is technology, IT, and the rest. When you go to China, Shenzhen, excuse me, the moment you mention Shenzhen, technology. When you go to India, Bangalore, the moment you mention Bangalore, technology. What are we doing? We have brilliant guys.
Okay.
They go outside the country, they are given opportunity and they excel. So we have to have confidence in our own people, give them opportunity without enviness. We should rather pamper people who are creative, but here they try to sabotage them. I'm going to change the mindset of Ghanaians so that we love our country and believe in ourselves to move this country.
Okay.
So technology is one. Engineering. World Technical Institute should not be only technical institute by training the students to be hands-on. Students should be ready to manufacture equipment in this country. Look, when we were young, tech, they manufactured a car called Boafo. By now, we should have improved on it and have advanced cars in this country. What happened? We killed it. I was talking to the VW general manager who is in charge of whatever they are doing here. And he told me he picked most of the guys from KUMASI magazine and Accra. Well, those we call fitter.
Okay.
Mechanics.
Yeah.
And they are building the engines. So we need to encourage people at magazine, Kokompe or whatever. Okay, going around, I've seen guys with talent. They build things, but they don't have the push. We have to identify such people and give them a push. So engineering, I'm going to make sure. Tech. You see, the idea Dr. Kwame Nkrumah had about Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Now they do more liberal arts even than the engineering and the sciences. Yeah. They do more liberal arts in tech more than it. Look, I'm an employer. When you come to my office, I can show you about 1,000 applications and about 900 human resource, marketing, whatever. And if you want engineers or the sciences, you have few. So tourism first, agri second, IT. We need to build smart cities all over the regions. Then engineering.
And you think we have the resources in Ghana to do all these things?
Yes. You know, especially when it comes to agri. My brother, if we all conscientize ourselves that we are going to move this country and we are not going to be dependent on foreign investment, these fertilizers, if we genuinely apply it without crossing the border to go and sell it at Burkina, for Burkinabes to bring tomatoes to us to buy, if we apply the fertilizers on these farms, the maize farms that we see here, you see the yield. We can increase the yield by 200%.
Okay.
Here, I think we should have grain development company here that will buy the grains and store them. This time, you know the advantage the people of Upper West have, because you are already in it with maize. Look, the Russia-Ukraine war has limited the unit to the world. So we should take advantage of producing maize in quantities and selling to the rest of the world. What I have to draw your attention, I just don't talk. I've done my research. For us to sell the maize outside Ghana, we should stop using woodicide. Woodicide is poisonous to the land. I visited America, Hans Point, and these Ghanaian exporters, the women, they blocked all their yams that they exported to American market because of woodicide. Yeah, I was there when they were asked to pay $5,000 again for them to go and destroy the yam, because they will not allow it to come to American market. So what are we doing to ourselves? If one person is making money out of woodicide, and now because of woodicide we are limited, we can only eat what we produce here but cannot export them. We need to change it. When I said this, I got back to Accra and my wife told me that somebody called and said, oh, we are supporting your husband, but he says he's going to collapse our business. What business? He said, woodicide. I said, yes. If you like, don't vote for me. Ghana first, not individuals. It's killing us. Look at the number of women that lost their money. And let me tell you, we can store yam here for 8 months. You don't even have chips, yam chips processing factory here. We can process the yam and freeze it the same temperature. You blast freeze it, then you move it into the cold room. You have cold vans that will take it to the market. From here, they can travel 500, 800 kilometers to Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, and sell yam chips. What are we doing? So I have a lot of ideas, and the ideas, I have seen it myself, because I took yam from here to Holland, a company called Grasso, and we did the experiment. They took us to various farms where within the farm they have a warehouse that they store the potatoes. And my brother, the technology is simple. They use blowers like this air conditioning that you have here. You have one going this way, you have another one this way. Okay, so when you pack the yam or the potatoes, the blowers, it's just air conditioning, but that blower, it blows the yam or the potato, and the potato fuse is still in the earth.
Okay.
That is how come they are able to store it for 8 months. And they have only one season in America or Europe for potatoes. But 24/7, 365 days, you go to the supermarket, you have potatoes. So they did the experiment. We ate yam with these Dutch people. And they said it has the same content. We can store yam for 8 months. My brother, I was agri committee member. Kwashige's time. I said this. How many years now? So I think the ideas I have and what I've seen in other countries working. I was talking to some leaders from India, businessmen, and they were telling me about 24 years ago, India was just like Ghana.
Okay.
But they decided to build the country. And they've been able to build it.
Just like Malaysia, Singapore, and other
Yeah,
countries.
exactly. China. My brother, these same Ghanaians that are here, and we don't even regard them, give them opportunity to travel outside, and they perform wonders. So we have to make sure we change the mindset of Ghanaians, especially the middle class. My brother, we are in this country, and foreign companies are making money in this country. Why is it that we, the citizens, are not making money? It's our mindset. If you watch, if you have not, I'm telling you today, go to Melcom and Palace and all those things. You see that the top management, they are all foreigners.
Okay.
Because of mistrust. Because your own Ghanaian manager will connive with the junior workers and go and sell all the products outside. A case has come to me before. I'm also a businessman. I've gone through that several. One Indian guy nearly lost everything because Ghanaians, he produces paper, A4 sheets like this. He knows every row, how many A4 sheets you will get. But anytime he comes, the Ghanaian workers will tell him the roll is finished, but he doesn't have that quantity. So one day he timed them. Somebody hinted him. 3 a.m. they were loading the A4 sheets away. Now, you know the problem with Ghanaians now. The father, they wanted to move to Nigeria. The father advised that, look, let's bring Indians here. And now, because of these Indians he brought, he's doing so well. To extend that, even air conditioning repeller, he brings him from India. It means we are losing. We don't get any jobs.
Because of the lack of trust.
Yes, dishonesty. So we need to conscientize Ghanaians to love their country. Ghana is the only country when we are working for somebody and we are working hard, your colleague will discourage you. You are stupid. Why, you've taken the job like your father's business. But elsewhere that they've developed, wherever they make their money from, they take the business as theirs and grow the business. But here, they will discourage a hard-working colleague, and he'll be disappointed, and he will also join the queue.
Honorable Ken, this is the hard truth about Africa, and that is how we are. So you take the hard truth and juxtapose it with the current system that we have run for so many years. That has been the mentality of the Ghanaians. Some would come into the game of politics to make money. Some go into other private business ventures to work with people. Their major aim is not to help the company to grow, but they want to make money. How would Honorable Ken be able? I mean, it's a very tough battle.
It's not.
Would you be able to work?
Yes.
It's not a very tough battle.
No.
To change the mental psyche of
discipline.
people.
The mental psyche. I have contracted some musicians to propose our heroic songs. We put it together. A time will come that we'll do it just like We Are the World. Okay. Different artists will come together and play our heroic songs. Then in the morning, we'll be playing on your radio station, schools, to conscientize Ghanaians to love their country, be patriotic, be honest, be disciplined. That is why I said PAD, patriotism, honesty, and discipline.
Okay.
But we have to inculcate that, because over the years there have been lapses, and people think by our culture, when we are doing something wrong, we feel it's normal. So we should begin to tell ourselves that what we are doing is not normal. It's not going to help this country. We conscientize them then discipline. Here, in America, where I worked, if you make a mistake, it is not the CEO who will come and fire you. It's the immediate supervisor who will sack you. When they sack you, a pastor will not come and beg for you. A chief will not come and beg for you. A politician will not come and beg for you. When you are sacked, you are sacked. So that you learn sense. I'm going to inculcate discipline if I'm given the opportunity. And I know Ghanaians will comply. Because if we sack about 20, 30 people, including ministers, chief executives, workers, they will sit up. Because how come they leave the shores of Ghana, go to other countries and become best workers? Because they conform to the system.
Okay.
Why is it that even Ghanaians abroad, what they could not do at Heathrow Airport or New York Airport, they want it to be done in Ghana Airport? How? Are you saying that Ghana is a lawless country that you should get away with murder because you are coming from Europe or you are coming from US? All these things must change. The law should work. If an immigration officer does not demand money from a passenger and does the right thing, it will put fear in everybody. If a police officer, openly, passengers are in the car and he's asking for money, you don't have respect from the passengers anymore. And they are all citizens of this country. That must change. Police, they have to be paid well. Soldiers, anybody working should be paid well. But once we are paying you well, we need results. We need results. Without that, go. You clear him and let others come. Ask yourself, why have I been successful? My team members are surprised the way I get tired and wake up early morning. I sleep at maximum 4 hours. The rest I'll be thinking. So sometimes I have to just, if I lie on the bed, I'll be thinking too much, I get headaches. So I'll just be doing exercise, walking just in the room to get my mind off it. I have married my businesses. I've married my businesses. That is why I'm succeeding. What makes you think you can't do it? You, a graduate, a presenter, your beginning is better than mine. Because I was washing plates in Germany. I work at the bakery. I work as a gas attendant at the filling station. I became a taxi driver. For 11 years from 1983 to 1994, that I went to university. I even dropped out because I had money that time. I realized I was wasting my time going to school. I had to build my businesses. So what are we saying? My brother, you can do it. Just be disciplined and say to yourself, challenge yourself that I'm going to make it in life. Never think that you are going to work for this company for the rest of your life. I'm sorry, you'll be a fool, with all due respect. Aim high that one day I'll be on my own. This is how I started. Started from Ghana, hawking on the street, selling PK and chocolate. I can tell you, yes, PK chocolate, Tatra, yes, Rob. I was walking on the street.
So it is not easy. People who sit down and think that, okay, I want to become like Kennedy Agyapong, probably might not be able to pass through some of the hassles you've been through.
And it taught me sense. First, I thought God didn't like me because I was suffering too much, not knowing He was preparing me for a better future. You know, it's not been easy. But I challenge myself all the time. And I say to myself, what any white man has done, a black man is capable of doing it. And as I speak, a man who was hawking on the street, now at least I have employed 38 Indians to fix my steel plant. And I pay them $100 a day each, $3,800 a day. I pay them to fix the steel plant. Who says you can't do it? You need, you see, success. Key to success is honesty. Okay. If you are honest, you will make money, you will succeed. Because a time will come that because of your honesty, dealings with people. Wherever you are, they will fish for you or they will recommend you that this man is sincere. Go and deal with him. That's how you make money. But assuming I give you business today, you come up with excuses and the business did not go well, and do you think I'll come back again?
No.
Yeah, that's your loss. So honesty is key to success. Keep it to yourself, and you have to be hardworking. Me, I always say, and people laugh, when you call me to tell me that my money is ready, I should pick it up. With all due respect to you, even if I'm having sex with my wife, I will stop and go and take my money. And when I come back with the right frame of mind, I'll give my wife good sex. Better than even before when I was thinking. This is how you have to discipline yourself. People work for 8 hours. You can work for 16 hours. Because in America, I was working at bakery for 40 hours a week, which was 8 hours, 5 days. But I was working at the gas station, my temporary job, in the evenings, 88 hours. So 88 hours plus 40 hours. I was making more money than those who were American citizens and working with Waldorf Astoria, Hemsley Palace, and all those things. Because I put in a lot of hours. That is how you can build a foundation or a capital for yourself. But if you work 8 hours and you are comfortable, you go and drink your beer, there's a woman here, this and that, my brother, you always be working for somebody. You have to work more hours, save the money, and invest the savings.
Honorable Ken, your campaign seems to be very practical. You are just telling not only people from the NPP, but the whole Ghanaians how we can all together build the country we call Ghana. How difficult is it in this presidential race?
It is difficult because, you know, many people, not only in Ghana, everywhere, people don't like the truth. So when you are telling the truth, you become the target. So it's been difficult for me, like I said earlier, right from beginning, that people are going out there insulting Agyapong when I'm giving my message. Okay? But I wait for a while with insult, then I hit them one. All the insults, they did not hear. The one that Agyapong defends himself is a problem to the party. Very unfair. But I ignore a lot of things and move on. I've given you an example of the teacher who is now a regional minister at Savannah insulting me. I've just ignored him. But one day, I'll build factories in Savannah for him to see. I will. I like challenges like that. And I'm going to do it. If he doesn't believe it, he should come. I'll take him to Tema for him to see a steel plant that I built. Let him come and see. I built the biggest coastal facility in Africa, not Ghana, not West Africa, the whole Africa. Check one coastal that is 31,000 tons. But I built it. No loan, nothing. I don't owe no bank in this country. Call all the banks in this country that Agyapong says he doesn't owe a bank. I've never taken a loan. So you have to appreciate these brains. It's not your classroom work. The number of people I employ without even completing the first degree, and you underestimate my intelligence, my brother. But I'm focused.
It's the whip system from the central government affecting not only you as an aspirant, but the other aspirant. Every single government appointee is hiding. They are all being whipped to one side, allowing the other aspirant at the full mercy of the game of politics.
You see, the problem is, ask yourself, as a human being, that wherever they are whipping me to go, is it good for the party? Is the person going to win? But you know, most of them, they are either afraid or think of what they will get from their position. And therefore, they have to keep quiet for all of us to sink. If that's the way they want it, well, so be it. And I'm not scared of them because one mouth, one, Agyapong, I can finish all of them. One. So I'm not scared of them. You see, they go around doing all these things. When I hit, bam, one person, then hey, hell break loose. But I'm cool. I'm cool with it. As for intimidation, you know, Agyapong, I'm above that. Because the more you intimidate me, the more I become stubborn. Because I will resist the status quo, which is not good for the country.
And some of these people are colleague members in parliament. Have you been interacting with them and they tell you that, oh, Ken, so and so reasons are the reasons why we are not in the forefront, but you go on, we are right behind you?
Well, some do, but I just don't take whatever they are saying seriously. I just work. Because you have 137 parliamentarians and all this. The super delegates, they are less than 1,000. And 40,000 polling stations gives you 200,000. So I'm not scared. That is why I'm here. Today I'm going to talk to the delegates, WAS Central. They are the majority. So if they listen to me, whatever you do, you come and meet them down there. See, I'm not worried about who is not with me, who is with me, and everything. I'm 1,000. I can challenge all the 137 MPs. One person. And you have to respect me, you know, a candidate that a system supports. One person without contribution from anybody. I'm almost done. Today, when I finish WAS Central, I'll be left with 39 constituencies out of 275 from my own pocket.
Not anything from the state?
No. And that tells you that you don't have to underestimate Agyapong. You don't at all. But I'm cool. You see, you have to endure. And I built, right from inception, I've built myself to endure. So, as for endurance, I have it. And therefore, I'm not perturbed by whatever they are saying and all the machinations.
Yesterday, I spoke to some of your party people who are delegates and some of, I think, President WAS Central. I asked them a few questions about the race and why they are leaning towards one particular candidate. And then looking at the conditions they are they really comfortable? They admitted this is the frank truth in the system. That, okay, fine, things are not well for us as grassroots people. Nothing is moving on. What Kennedy is saying is actually the truth on the ground. But you seems to be hitting the party in a bad light ahead of the 2024 general elections. The exposés you are giving, I mean, you are doing it and you are building up the NDC for the 2024 general elections.
That's cheap talk. That's cheap talk. You are behaving as if NDC, they are not Ghanaians. Are they not here? They don't know things themselves. So what are you saying? Are they not Ghanaians? They don't know what is going on. Am I the one telling them? If that is what you think and you are not going to vote for me, so be it. But I will always speak the truth. I will not hide. You see, this campaign, I'm not like do die that if I don't win, I'm going to kill myself. And therefore, I will not be afraid of the truth. You see, all those arguments that they are raising, my brother, if you want unity in this party, how would you go and condemn somebody, insult him, then when you finish, you use the word reconciliation? That is why I choose my words carefully. I don't insult anybody. But when you hate severally, they're going around everywhere, destroying Agyapong. I can tell you of Anodompre, I can tell you of Admakubefi, I can tell you of Ochiribefi, I can tell you of Opariansa. So many people going out there hitting Agyapong, and the system is happy. The party is happy because Agyapong is not a human being. And when I hit back, you have a problem. I've given you an example of what the regional minister has done, but I have not commented. But you see, nobody has heard them. But I have the videos, the audio. Nobody. What regional minister from Western region posted, nobody has condemned them. And if I defend myself, so if you are police station executive and you are suffering and you want to continue to suffer, I've done my part. God knows I told you the truth. You didn't take it. You chose to be where you want to are. No problem. My brother, me, I'm not afraid of. I have built myself in such a way that nobody can undermine me. And you know what? My background makes me a tough guy because all these guys that are following a particular candidate, most of them can't make it without the government help. Me, when you sack me, when you take everything from me, what about my family land at Asimfosu? Are you going to take my family land also from me? And I will farm in Star. I will farm in Star. I told my wife that, look, we'll go to Asimfosu and farm. I have a big house, about 29, 40 bedrooms. Sit there, 1 mile square is for me. All I have to do is, I want fresh foods. Cocoyam, bring the leaves, kuntumre. Hey, plantain, apim, whey. I'm eating Kobe. You know Kobe. Ask them. Yeah. Indeed, how can you collapse me? And fortunately, my kids have good jobs. Besides what I am creating for them, they are all smart. They have good jobs in America. Lender of last resort. If you collapse my business, my children, they are happy wherever they are. So I'm only telling them the truth. And if the truth hurts, so you are the victim, and I'm educating you, and you think I'm hitting back. If you see, they are not being fair. I did not hit the vice president, but I hit one MP because he said, we don't want somebody who will come and say that I have done this for the party, I have done this for Ghana, but we want a strategist. So I asked, who is a strategist? You were in parliament shouting that we are not going to IMF today or tomorrow. In the next 2 hours, IMF. Are you a strategist? Are you? And you see the diabolic ways of you media to be a part of it. Media.
Sure, we are also part to be blamed.
Yeah, because you don't even give the full, you only do sensational news. But the full details, you don't even bring. Even when I made that statement, I advised them that they should stop the way they are campaigning. Because in the end,
we played the full tape this morning.
In the end, we all have to be.
You advise the party to do a clean campaign.
Exactly.
Otherwise, if you hit me, Kennedy, I
will hit you back. So why are the people you interview are blaming me because I'm hitting hard? What these people said there, nobody has heard. And you know what, my brother? Politics, never get into politics. The people that I have helped, made them who they are today, they are the ones that are against me. Yeah, I've bought cars, give them money, campaign for them to win their seats. They are my number one enemies. But I just look at them and say, Lord, forgive them. Because of their stomach.
Do some still call you? Because, they know Kennedy is aware. I probably is not supporting Kennedy. I'm following a different candidate. Kennedy has made me who I am. Do some call?
About two guys here, they call, but, brother, the mistrust has clearly defined and is established. So whatever you are telling me, I don't want to listen. Go ahead and do your own thing.
Well, Kennedy Agyapong called for an open debate on politics, not only for who wants to become the flag bearer of the NPP, but generally in Ghana. I mean, what are you bringing on board? Let's have a very open debate to tell Ghanaians what
and what I can also ready, do. Ever ready. I'll give them technical knockouts. I'll give pragmatic solutions to our problems. Yes. I mean, you have not built your base, and you are telling me that you can reduce interest rate or inflation when we are always importing. Let your export exceed import, and see how you stabilize the currency, the foreign demand of our foreign currency. You export maize, whatever, soya bean, a lot of things outside Ghana, and stop the importation of tomatoes from even Burkina. We import about $700 million of rice, $700 million of sugar with this land that we have here. And this two is 1.4 billion. If we have it in the system, there will be no pressure on our dollar. That is how I'm going to solve the problems.
Before we wrap up, let's look at the probabilities. If Honorable Ken Agyapong doesn't win this election, are we still going to see you actively involved in the NPP campaign for the 2025?
If they continue the way they are continuing, big no. I'm telling you. You think I'm afraid? If they go the way they are going, me when I lose straight, I go back to America. If you say you can win without Ken Agyapong, let Adumaku Befi and all those guys go and do the campaign.
The party would call you, the elders would beg you, will talk to Kennedy.
You think I'll always be a fool? You think I'm always going to be a fool to them? Spend my money for these young men to insult me? If they stop, fine. If they don't stop, count me out. I'm not afraid. I'm telling you.
Let's look at the other probability where Ken wins. What would you have to do with the other candidates?
Other candidates, if you like, join. If you don't, I'm telling you that I'm not campaigning as if say hell should break loose at all costs. Ken Agyapong should win.
Okay.
You see, that is why I'm doing clean campaign. I would not feel shy to call anybody or anybody who feels. One of them has approached two people saying that he feels I'm a nice person. The way he has been with me for long, he has made a mistake about the things he said against me. I said, leave him. He should live with his conscience. All of them except one. Yeah, he called that he wants to see me personally and apologize. When you were disgracing me, was I there? And you want to come to me quietly. Well, he has said boldly that he will go on air to apologize. But why is this man going out there to apologize? I leave it to Ghanaians. I leave it to the party people. But if they continue like this, the word reconciliation, I will not understand. You can bring Jesus Christ to explain reconciliation. With this insult, with these lies that they peddle about me, I'm quiet.
Probably they are seeing you as a very tough person in the race. So
and all this time they didn't know some you're tough.
Or they thought probably, Kennedy, the way he's talking, I would contest. Probably you wouldn't have even there go to pick a form to contest. You'll be speaking with one Central. It's a very stubborn constituency. I know you probably might have been told. It's the Zongo constituency in the Upper West region. Each and every one of the executives stands on its own. I mean, they have their reasons why they would move to one side or not probably move to the other side. And I know across Ghana, you've met a lot of constituencies that has traits of some of these characters. And I know you'll be very blunt to them actual that this is my message. That is where I want to move Ghana to. If you buy into my idea, fine. If you don't buy into my idea, fine. Are you seeing that you reap good number of votes from the Upper West region?
Yeah, because I'm also a Walla boy.
And a chief as well.
Yeah, I'm also a Walla boy. So if that's the way you want to go.
Yeah.
But again, I love Muslims.
Sure.
Because they are so honest and sincere if they say they love you. And over the years, the way I've lived with Muslims, I'm not afraid. Because they are one kind of religious group that if they say they support you, they support you. And they don't care where you come from.
Okay.
Because the help, I have given my radio station, my television station, for them to teach Islam.
Sure.
Free of charge. I help Muslim communities. So what is the problem? Because somebody is a Muslim, you are afraid that all Muslims are going to vote for you. My message is simple. A Muslim brother is the one when you are in need will help you.
Okay.
A Muslim brother is not only by religion or the same sect. Okay? So me, I'm a more Muslim than most of the Muslim politicians here because I'm always out there to help Muslims. Indeed, if you're a Muslim by religion and you don't help your fellow Muslims,
you cannot be called a Muslim.
I'm not saying you cannot be called a Muslim, but I'm saying that that does not give you the warrant to say that every Muslim should vote for you.
Sure.
Again, you say Northerners.
Yeah, your relationship. You have a good relationship with
Yes,
Northerners.
with Northerners. All my workers, this man standing here works at Agyapong. He's called Shaibu.
Okay.
Maybe the way I've treated him, a young man like that has built his own house in KUMASI.
Wow.
I just feel proud of him. I don't envy him. Some bosses will say that, why should this guy, you know how much he makes, why should he build a house? It becomes a problem.
Or situations, people have even gone ahead to confiscate those houses.
Yes.
It has happened in Wa here.
Yeah, but I'm proud of him. He's called Shaibu. That is why he's here with me. I have 9 boys from the northern region, the 5 northern regions. At least you are here, you know. You educated person. The security I give each 3,000 cedis. When they were working at national security, they were giving them 1,000 cedis. So who is a Muslim brother? A Muslim brother who will employ you and give you 400 Ghana cedis. A Northerner is the one who will employ you and think you are not smart and give you 500 Ghana cedis. So that you always see him and say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I empower Northerners and Muslims. Because my driver, I pay him 5,000 cedis a month. I gave him 2 plots and gave him 40,000 to go and start building a house. And now last year, he took me and my wife there to see. He has built 8 bedrooms. So this man, who is a Muslim brother or a Northerner to him, that is the message. As simple as that.
Okay.
A man who can create job opportunities for Muslims, for Northerners, for Ashantis, for everybody. We shouldn't say that we are going to vote based on religious beliefs or tribes.
Okay.
That will not help us.
That's the one that can do the job.
Right. And the one who has shown love, care for you in times of need and everything. I use my own money to help Muslim girls, boys, give them training, laptops, sewing machines, hairdress. You know my name? I'm Sheikh Osman.
Sheikh
Osman. Yeah, Sheikh Ashalibutu, chief imam, gave me that title, Osman.
Fantastic.
So I asked him, why Osman? He said, in Islam, a man who was kind to his fellow Muslims was called Osman. That is why he's giving me that title, Sheikh Osman.
99.7 FM. We are just in the wrap-up situation with Honorable Kennedy Okompreko Agyapong, Member of Parliament for Asin Central and presidential aspirant of the New Patriotic Party ahead of the 2024 general election. He is here in the Upper West region on his campaign tour. I understand today it's the turn of one central constituency, which is the last before he would leave back for the nation's capital or wherever the other campaigns would have to be going. It is left with you party delegates to decipher and look in between to the other candidates and see who has the practical knowledge to be able to put things right, not only for your betterment in your party, but the whole of the country, Ghana, so that we can move and catch up with the likes of Malaysia, Singapore, India, and other countries that have really moved ahead of Ghana. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, it has been a nice time having a chit chat with you, wishing you all the best of luck in your campaign.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I understand this song, you like it so much.
KCV.
Stonewall. Weaver.
Ghana no be Jamaica. Fire burn the enemy, oh. Now I'm making the paper. Oh, John show Babylon fool.